Hey guys, Thogden here and welcome back to Premier League predictions. This week it's game week 28. I'm currently in Montenegro. Where's my dad?
Hello, this is Thogdad in Eastern Europe. It's snowing here.
Oh my god, we're everywhere again and we're loving it.
And the scores on the doors last week were Thogdad 9 points, Thogden 4 points, and all across the world people are singing Thogden, what's the score? Thogden, what's the score?
Don't bring up the points, Thogdad. I know you're climbing me. The first match is
Wolverhampton Wanderers against Aston Villa is 20th against 3rd. It's a tasty Midlands derby between a team that's rock bottom and a team going for the Champions League. Now Wolves, what a point that was against Arsenal, but the week after that they go and lose to Crystal Palace. Normal service has been restored, only 10 points. They need one more point to match that pitiful Derby County record of 11 points in a whole season. But they're playing against a Villa team who've got some difficult games coming up against Chelsea and Man United. They rescued a point against Leeds United, and it's good to see Tammy Abraham back in a Villa shirt, back scoring. I want to see more of him on the pitch. This is going to be Wolves 0, Villa 1.
Now it's time to talk about Wolves against Aston Villa. What a match that is. Two Midland sides. They hate playing each other. Wolves have come off, some good games, some slower matches like last week, but they did get that 2-2 draw to Arsenal. We know about that. Bueno goal, absolutely brilliant curling effort. They did great. And then there's Aston Villa, who it wasn't good enough at home. I was surprised to see Bournemouth goal up, and Villa did climb back and get a draw in the end. But when they go on bad runs, it feels like Villa seem to either go on a really good run for a lot of games or go on a bad run for a lot of games. And I can't work out if they're going to come over a result here and just turn it round. It's not the hardest game in the world, Wolves away. Not too far to travel for them as well and their fans. But they have the better team and they should win this match. It's just whether they will feel a bit of the pressure. Getting a draw at home to Bournemouth and a few losses before that isn't great. So I'm going to go Wolves 1, Villa 2. I just think with Morgan Rogers, they have the power. They'll find a way.
AFC Bournemouth against Sunderland is 8th against 12th. It's a team in really good form against a team sliding down the league. Now Bournemouth, if you look at the form over the last 5 games, only the Manchester clubs have done better. Whereas you contrast that with Sunderland, they've lost 4 of the last 5 games in the league, and I don't think they've won away from home in about 8 games, so their away form is terrible. And based upon that, you've got to go with the home team. Bournemouth are going to win this 2-1.
Yes, it's Bournemouth, Sunderland now. The Cherries, we just spoke about getting a draw to Villa away. Not a bad result. Now they're back at home. They're playing Sunderland, who haven't been as good as they were at the start of the season. And I don't think Bournemouth, Sunderland will be able to watch here in Montenegro. So we're going to have to find a way just to see the updates on maybe Flash Score or something. But this is one of those games where I feel like I can catch Thogdad and just get a few more points in the table here. I feel like he's going to go for a 1-1 draw or something. I could be completely wrong, but I just don't back Sunderland as much. I know Xhaka's back, but the away Sunderland is not the home Sunderland. We know that. And even their home form hasn't been as good as the start of the season. So the Cherries, they're hard to work out. Iraola, overall, you want to back him, especially in this sort of match. I'm going to go 1-0.
Burnley against Brentford now is 19th against 7th. It's a team who are virtually relegated against a team who are dreaming of Europe. Now Burnley, let's be positive, because I watched that game against Chelsea. They went 1-0 down and they showed great spirit. They never gave up. They played some good football, and then at the end they brought on the cheat code that is James Ward-Prowse. What a cross, what a goal. I want to see more of Ward-Prowse on the pitch. He is a seriously good football. Now Brentford, so unpredictable. Fancy losing the owners' derby after playing so well in the league. But there's a couple of things you've got to say about Brentford. Number 1, they are very good away from home recently. And number 2, they are very good against the newly promoted clubs. So for that reason, it's going to be Burnley 1, Brentford 2.
Burnley, Brentford now. One of the actual good predictions I made last week was Burnley to pick up a draw against Chelsea at the Bridge. Everyone was roasting me. I got the score right. Not the exact score, but I got it was a draw. I said 1-1 and the final score was 2-2. And it shows you that Burnley still have fight. They need to find a way. And they're back at home. They're playing easier opposition in Brentford, who are, very good on their day. But yeah, actually, easy opposition. Brentford and Chelsea this season could be around the same sort of level. It's hard to really say. Keith Andrews will be really thinking about 3 points here. They've got Igor Thiago, who always scores goals. He's the second highest scorer in the Premier League this season and will probably be licking his lips at this fixture. But Burnley have Jadon Anthony, as we said, and a few other lads who know how to hit the back of the net. So I'm going to go for a goal-crazy draw, 2-2. I just think if I've backed Burnley and they've got me points, why should I go against them?
Liverpool against West Ham United is 6th against 18th. It's a massive game. Liverpool chasing the Champions League and West Ham chasing survival. Now Liverpool, Nottingham Forest last week. I watched that game in a Moscow sports bar with the Moscow Copites. That is the Liverpool supporters club in Russia. Hundreds of lads and lasses in brilliant voice singing in English until the 97th minute when McAllister got that goal. Great spirit from the fans from the players, whereas West Ham, they had an XG of 3.28 against Bournemouth but failed to score. That is 2 points dropped, and my goodness, they need those 2 points in the chase to avoid relegation. This is going to be a Liverpool home win, 2-0.
Liverpool, West Ham, I can see goals in this match at Anfield, West Ham going for it, and Liverpool as well. They've been on a good run. They are winning games again. They are looking like the old team that we know and love. But how many will they score is the question. I just have a feeling they've got a pretty fit squad. They've got a lot of options. Ekitike, Dominic Szoboszlai, Mo Salah, all the lads. They're going to contribute in this fixture. And I think Liverpool will cruise control to a victory of a 3-1. And I think my dad is going to go for something similar. Maybe like I don't know. I can see him going for Liverpool too.
Newcastle United against Everton is 11th against 9th. Bit of a mid-table derby between two massive northern clubs, both of whom lost last week. Now Newcastle lost 4 of the last 5 games. That is not good enough given the hundreds of millions they've spent of Saudi money in recent years. But if they have a couple of wins in the next couple of weeks, suddenly you're talking of Europe once again. Everton lost the last 2, but on the whole, they're a difficult team to beat. And you look at their recent away record and it's pretty good. So this is a really hard one to call. It's going to be tight. There might be a late goal here. I'm going to go Newcastle 2, Everton 1.
From the northwest to the northeast, Newcastle, Everton. This is a fixture that's a lot harder to predict because Newcastle, yes, they beat Qarabağ 3-2, and yes, they've had some decent results recently, but at home, they've actually lost more games than they won in the last 5. And there's been scraps within their own team, even after battering Qarabağ. There's clearly problems within the team, and there's an injury crisis. And then we look at Everton, who love playing away, especially to teams that are, in the north where they don't have to travel too far. They know how to get results away this season. Moisey has shown that. So I feel like if I need to stay above my dad in the points table, I need to be a bit different and go for a result that he won't. Newcastle 0, Everton 1. They're going to win away here. And I think they've got Branthwaite back. They've got, hopefully Pickford's yellow doesn't mean he's got a suspension from the last game. But overall, and Everton, they like to win when you don't realise it, but they do pick up enough points in the table and they will do it here. So maybe a cheeky goal from, I don't know, Iliman and Dye.
Leeds United against Manchester City, 15th against 2nd, Yorkshire against Lancashire. And for me, this is one of the most interesting ties of the weekend because it is a potential banana skin for Manchester City. Because look at Leeds United. Unless you're Arsenal, they are a very difficult team to beat this season. They nearly got full points against Aston Villa. Very unlucky there to concede a late goal. Man City, meanwhile, have found their legs. 13 points in the last 5 games, same as Man United, and better than anyone else in the league. They are waiting for Arsenal to slip up. And if City win all their games until the end of the season, they win this league. Ellen Road, what a fortress, what a difficult place to go. This is going to be Leeds 1, Man City 2.
We're staying in the north because it's Leeds, Man City, the Haaland homecoming. Well, his dad really, I know Erling has a Leeds t-shirt and really likes the City, but he won't be liking them for 90 minutes because all he'll think about is scoring goals. Man City right now, perfect, 5 out of 5 wins. They are chilling. They've got Semenyo, they've got Guehi, they've got everyone. They are in control, but the question is, can they beat Leeds? Because Leeds have been very good. They drew away at Chelsea. They've been getting results. I think they won their away game in the FA Cup to Birmingham. Basically, all the hard teams they're getting solid draws against, and anyone that they should beat, they are winning in the last 4. The question is, will City do it? Because when Leeds played Liverpool, they battered them. You got to remember that. 5 weeks ago, I think it was Leeds 0, Liverpool 4, or 1-4, and this is the sort of level they're playing again. It's Man City. I'm not going to give them any tries here. Respect for the points that they picked up, but this is where Man City win, and they need to do everything to max out their points to keep up with Arsenal in the title race, if they have a chance of that. So Leeds 0, Man City 2, could be 3. I don't know what my dad will go for, but I feel like it could be 3. I don't know, maybe my dad's gone for a tighter game. Let's see.
Brighton and Hove Albion against Nottingham Forest is 14th against 17th. 2 teams who are struggling this season. Brighton, you assume, will stay up, and Forest are right in the mix. Now, Brighton, what a win in the owners' derby at Brentford, and Danny Welbeck got his 9th Premier League game of the season. This is one of the best seasons in his long career, which is brilliant to see. Forest, meanwhile, went down in that epic against Liverpool. Not a brilliant game, but Forest played so well. And you look at their away form, and there's a very interesting statistic. Last 12 games, they have not drawn a single game, and yet for some reason I think this is going to be a 1-1 draw.
Brighton, Nottingham Forest. One manager who was about to be sacked and one manager who has been sacked in Daishi. But Hutzerla got that victory against Brentford. The owner derby, he found a way out, and that has definitely kept him his job. What a result, 2-0. You take that. The question is, can he keep building form at home to Forest? Because Forest turn up here with a new manager in Vitor Pereira, who played very well against Liverpool. I know they lost the last kick of the game to McAllister, but that single goal won't change the fact that Forest will want to come here and get a result. I'm going to go on and stick to a draw with a 1-1 because both teams will go for it, but I can't see one. Maybe Brighton. I nearly predicted Brighton to win 1-0, but I thought Forest have to come in with something. New manager, players want to prove to the gaffer that they want to start. Both teams going at it, 1-1. I don't think Hutzerla gets sacked from this, but if Forest were to win, the German, job's on the line.
Fulham against Tottenham Hotspur, 10th against 16th. This is a fantastic London derby over at Craven Cottage. Fulham amuse me because they win one, lose one, win one, lose one. They very rarely draw. And if you do the maths on this, 3 points from 2 games, you're going to finish very near a European place. And they got the job done at Sunderland. Raul Jimenez, 2 errors, un futbolista magnifico, fantastico. You realise what that means in English or Spanish. Raul Jimenez, years ago, he had that horrible head injury. We thought he'd never be scoring goals again, and he's proven us all wrong. So well done, Fulham. And they're playing a Tottenham team who are woeful at the moment. The same form over the last 5 games as Wolverhampton Wanderers. A very real chance of relegation. This is going to be Fulham 2, Spurs 1.
Now 2 London clubs playing in white, Fulham and Tottenham, and a North London team that just got battered by their rival. Let's not talk about the North London derby because that match has lost its all credibility, and it's because of Tottenham. Tottenham have become the beating man of that match, and both times now it's been 4 goals plus. It's embarrassing. It really is, and they've let Eze run all over them. He barely plays in the season. They don't even know how to fit him in the squad apart from when they play Tottenham because there's so many holes in that team, and that's why coming to Fulham, how can I sit here on a predictions video and not predict Tottenham to lose? Like, they have given me every reason to show why they will get a loss in this fixture. It's at Craven Cottage. It's a solid Fulham team who have had good results recently. I'm sorry, I know Fulham have been pretty good away, and sometimes that means they have a hiccup at home, and maybe that could be this game with the new manager. I just don't know if Igor has it in him to come and get a result here. He loves a 5-back system. He's very defensive. Fulham will, I know they play counter-attacking football, so it probably works in favour of Tottenham the way he's set up, but I just don't know. I just think at that stadium, with the way Fulham play, Harry Wilson, he's going to find a way through, and maybe another goal from Smith Rowe or Jimenez, who's just smashing them in right now, the Mexican. I'm going to go for 2-1. We'll give Tottenham a goal. Colin Wane has a good record with this new manager. He did at Juve and he will at Tottenham, so we'll see him score, but Fulham are going to get 3 points.
Manchester United against Crystal Palace is 4th against 13th. It's the city of Manchester against the city of London, and Man United amazingly in a Champions League position. I didn't call that. Gary Neville did. Well done, Gary Neville. And it was Benjamin Šeško doing the damage against Everton. And this is a man, if you play him, he will get you 10 plus goals every season. He did it at Leipzig, he did it at Salzburg. So play more of him. And they're playing a Crystal Palace team who got a good win at Wolves. Very late goal there. And they got a good win the other day against Brighton. They will stay up this season. I'm not sure about next season. This is going to be Man United 2, Crystal Palace 0.
Back up to the north, Manchester United, Crystal Palace. Right now, I am thinking the United strand is getting a trim soon because this could be another win. Glasner, he's not great, we know that. And the results, hit and miss. I know they did it late against Wolves, but overall, they don't convince me of winning every week. The matter of the fact is they sold their best players. Mateta doesn't really want to be there, and now he's going to be there. He'll score a few goals. Eze's gone. Obviously, Elise's gone. They've lost that firepower, and they haven't fully replaced, and I don't think they will till the summer. So I don't see Palace doing anything interesting this year. They'll win a few games here and there, but for United, they're trying to build something. Carrick at home, Old Trafford, I can see a win here. Maybe different to what I've said, but a win for United. 1-0.
And last but not least is Arsenal against Chelsea. It's 1st against 5th. It is an enormous London derby. Now, last weekend, Arsenal battered Spurs. Eze got 2. Gyökeres got 2. How good has he been in recent weeks? And that result was so important for so many reasons. It was 3 points. It was 4 goals. And mainly, it was a huge statement of intent. And of course, massive bragging rights over your North London neighbours. What a huge result that was. And the manner in which it happened. Chelsea, meanwhile, 1-0 up at half-time against Burnley, and I texted my Chelsea mate in London and said, you need a second goal here, because Chelsea have got this problem. they don't finish off games. They have to get a second and then a third. They've got a huge squad of brilliant players. They should not be drawing with Burnley. And the other problem is you've got to keep 11 players on the pitch. That is becoming a serious problem. This is going to be an absolute cracker. Arsenal 2, Chelsea 1.
Last but definitely not least, Arsenal-Chelsea at the Emirates. Wow. Arsenal, they really shocked me with that huge dominance, that victory. Gyökeres, brace. I'm sure my dad's going to mention it. And then Eze just cooking. They absolutely smashed them. There's no doubt about it. At one stage, you thought Tottenham would come back, and then they gave them that final dagger. Chelsea, they got the final dagger from Burnley in their 2-2 draw at home, and we're in completely different leagues here. But there will be revenge in the taste of their mouth of Rossignol after those 2 cup games that Arsenal won by 1 goal difference. I know that probably favours Arsenal to go and win this because they've got so much experience to do so, but I just feel like Rossignol needs to lock in. They need to get something. They didn't get 3 points against Burnley. They didn't beat Arsenal in both cup games. They're not just going to become the beating boy. They're not just going to let Arteta run all over him. Whilst Arsenal are in this, happiness of the derby win, I think Chelsea are going to lock in and find a way to stop them. A tactic or something. They still have a good player. They've still got Cole Palmer. They've still got Esteval, Enzo, Caicedo. Don't forget the quality in their team, and they're fit and ready to go. So I'm going to go for a tough 1-1 draw. Points drop for Arsenal, but a really respectable away performance from the Blue Boys. And I do think if Arsenal do win this title, it's still going to be close. It's going to go down to the wire. It's not going to be a walk away, a run away. So I could be wrong. And that is it. Let me know in the comments your Arsenal-Chelsea score. The first person to get the score right and the first goal scorer wins 57 Mars bars. I'm going to pin the comment. You better respond to it. And that's it for me. See you in a bit. Bye-bye.